Just 3 worlds remain. We're in the last stretch of the game now. The last couple of worlds have been Herculean tasks, but we beat every single level they had to offer. In fact, we've cleared every level of the game so far. All 214 of them. The Jurassic Marsh is the world that's eluded me the most. I've never played it and it just sticks out so much compared to all the other worlds, so I'm excited to jump into it. But just before that, I wanted to say I've recently found myself literally daydreaming about getting my hands on that legendary silver play button that's so tantalizingly close I can almost taste it. It's one of those things that I never even saw as a goal. It was just so unfathomable that I would ever even be able to obtain it, but now I'm so close. So please make me the happiest little fella alive and subscribe. And also congratulations on hitting this sick milestone. Anyway, that's enough plugging. For now. Let's fuck these dinosaurs. Day 1 pulls from the Neon Mixtape Tour playbook and decides to show us nothing about the world. At least that's what I thought, but it turns out basic zombies walking forwards is pretty much this world's whole shtick, which presents a rather unique challenge. How do I make this interesting to watch? I really wish the first level would show us the dinosaurs. I just really don't have much to say here. At least this relaxed experience gives us a chance to sample the music. Where's the music? I could not for the life of me get the music to work in this world. I tried everything. I restarted the game, I turned the music on and off again, I even googled it. Those are the 3 ways to fix things and none of them worked. This is the roughest start to a world yet, but I'm a naturally optimistic guy, my mother tells me, so I'm sure it will get better. Day 2 is the real start to this world and it's the introduction to the dinosaurs. The biggest question I had going into this world is, are the dinosaurs the world gimmick or a replacement for unique zombies? And seeing as you can't actually interact with them at all, I guess that makes them the world gimmick. I kind of wish they blocked projectiles or something, they just kind of exist. I want to rank the dinosaurs throughout this video, and the Velociraptor is an easy, inoffensive mid-tier to base the other dinosaurs around. But he loses major points because I can't tell if he's purple or blue, which bugs me an unreasonable amount. In fact, that's my low effort engagement booster for the video. Comment below if you think he's blue or purple. Stupid 2015 dress looking ass. Day 15 is a very hasty conveyor belt level which introduces us to the berries, whose name I do not want to look up. Is there a downside to using this berry over the cherry bomb? It seems crazy to me. This level makes you spam garlic and melon pods, which is such an eclectic cast of characters. Day 4 is exactly the same as day 2, but a bit harder. I mentioned it before, but this is normally a symptom of pacing out new zombies in a world. It does lead to some real duds like this one though. I completely forgot we unlocked this bloke here. The last nut in the collection. The predecessor, the progenitor, the pre-nut, the primal walnut. I knew it was just a strictly better walnut, but I didn't know that it was this much stronger. Look how it recharges even quicker than the exploder nut as we seamlessly transition into day 5. This level introduces the imp, though introduce might be a strong word as we've seen them like 100 times by now. But they don't drop from the sky or get risen from the dead, they just walk in a straight line. I'm kinda noticing a pattern here. Day 6 introduced a new dinosaur. Kinda weird that we get our second dinosaur before our first new zombie. And no, I'm not including Buckethead Plus over here. I really hate when the game does this, why can't he just throw a bone or something? At least then I could call him the boner zombie. Anyway, the Stegosaurus has a really goofy face and I dig him for that, but he does almost the exact same thing as the Velociraptor. I'm going to put it a tier above the Raptor though for having more swag. Day 7's a conveyor belt level and a flower line level. PopCap must have been feeling extra daring when they made this one. I didn't notice this till I watched back over the footage, but this is the first time the flower line has been in the middle of a row and not in between 2 rows. Meaning that we can just sit primal walnuts on top of the row and never lose, except when I did lose, but that was a mechanical error, that doesn't count. Day 8 is exactly the same as the last few. The zombies walk forwards and occasionally got kicked around. I really see what they were going for here, basic ass zombies that utilise dinosaurs for cool boosts, but in practice, it makes every level feel the same. It's really hard to find things to say about these levels, they need to introduce some new shit ASAP. I caved into curiosity in this level, and I used the love mushroom when the level was basically over. I know I said I wanted to be able to interact with the dinosaurs, but making them horny was not what I had in mind. This is probably my favourite plant in the whole game. Day 9's a Sunlight special and the introduction to the Stone's Pterodactyl. I can see this dino being a real pain in the ass for people, but dropping a zombie behind an exploded nut doesn't really change anything. It just makes the peanut look even less desirable. The Pterodactyl's an easy S on the tier list though, I love his stupid stoner face. Day 10's where I really noticed how insane the primal walnut is. I can drop one down next to an exploded nut to guarantee another lane gets caught in the explosion. And they come off cooldown together so I can keep doing it as long as I've got the sun. As for the level itself, I have nothing to comment on at all. Every level is the exact same because there's no variety in the zombies. Sure, the dinosaurs displace them and all, but they're still basic zombies that walk forward and bite. I've really written myself into a corner here. The logical thing to do would be to skip over the boring levels and just talk about the fun ones. But I'm 9 worlds deep now, and at the end of all this, I want to put all these videos together into one big glorious movie-sized nut videos, and I want to have beaten every single level in this game on screen only using nuts. So I'm subjecting myself to rating the equivalent of those water droplet torture machines. In day 11, I tried a new angle to mix things up. See, normally I would just stop using the Explodo nut to mix things up, and while that would definitely make the world much harder, it just wouldn't make the world any more interesting, since it's all just basic zombies. And I'm pretty sure the dopey ass pterodactyl makes it impossible anyway. So I brought in a very special guest, the Endurian. Mr. Irish Tickler isn't a nut, but he's definitely nut adjacent, and in a vote I did ages ago, most people agreed he's allowed in this run. And whilst I still don't consider him an official member of the crew, his inclusion should at least make the world a bit more interesting. Holy fuck, this guy's garbage! They feel way too squishy, and they feel like they do no damage either. They work really well with the primal wallnut since he can tank damage while the Endurian deals damage, but that works like half the time. Also, just a reminder, but just because I think a plant sucks doesn't mean I don't like them. In fact, they're normally the ones I like most. Day 12 is the first legitimately difficult level in this world, and by legitimate I mean not because of self-imposed rules. We have a limit of how many plants can die, and for the first and possibly only time in this entire challenge, I can shout out Walnut Repair for coming in clutch. Being able to heal walnuts was actually pretty big here. Also, for any Endurian haters, you can heal it with Walnut Repair, which speaks volumes for its inclusion here. We're also introduced to our newest Gargant in this level, and his gimmick is that he takes 3 Explode nuts to kill. That's not really a big deal normally, but here that's half my total plants allowed to die, and there's 2 of them things. Despite being the hardest level so far, it only took like 20 minutes. In day 13, the game really ramps up how many dinosaurs they throw at you. It does sort of force you to play most of the game in the first 2 rows, but that's just not an issue for me at all. But I do recognise that that's a luxury afforded to me by the boner-breakingly strong power of the Explodo nut, and many players might struggle without that kind of power. I know I'm reiterating points I've already made here, but I gotta stress, I love the idea of only using basic zombies and empowering them with dinosaurs. It's such a cool idea, and it reminds me of the alchemy levels from the Dark Ages. But man, it just makes every level feel the exact same. Maybe if the dinosaurs did something more creative, that might make things feel better, maybe more destructive power. But as it is right now, I'm not enjoying this at all. Day 14 doesn't let us pick our plants, but it does answer a burning question I've had since I jumped back into watching PvZ2 content. Why does absolutely everyone use the primal pea shooter? There's so many OP pay to win pea shooters in this game, but this is the one I always see getting used in videos. But no, I get it, this thing's absolutely insane. It is wild to me that the best answer to Gargant in the game is a pea shooter that you unlock in level 1 of this world. Anyway, let me use the spare time afforded to me by this waste of space gimmick level to plug my Patreon. By supporting me on Patreon, you get access to sweet features like getting your name immortalized in my super swanky end screen and early videos. And thank you to everyone that supported me in all capacities. I'm actually so excited for what comes after the nut challenge. I have so many videos planned, I cannot wait to share them with you guys. Day 15 makes you protect 2 primal walnuts. Whenever I use plant food on them, I hear the Regirock noise in my head. Here's a really weird thought I had while I was editing this level. Whatever happened to fat zombies? The pterodactyls are functionally the miners from Plants vs Zombies 1. And that's what got me thinking about it. In the first game you had the miner and also that basketball lobber zombie, and I guess you had the Yeti, but in this game you have like 5 times the content of the original game and 0 fat zombies. I guess that's what a plant-based diet does to you over the years. When I was checking to see if there are any fat zombies in the game, I googled PvZ fat zombies, and my lord that was a mistake. Day 16 is a conveyor belt level. I flipped a coin on this one to see if I'd plug my Twitch here or give a fun nut fact, but it landed on its side, so I'm going to give you a sad dinosaur fact instead. Did you know that in the classic kids movie A Land Before Time, the voice of Ducky, the little dinosaur that goes yup yup yup, was brutally murdered by her father when she was only 10 years old? She had her signature yup 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 phrase engraved on her tombstone, and Universal Picture would go on to replace her voice actor. When I learned about this when I was much younger, I bawled my eyes out since that movie was so special to my childhood. Life is so unfair. Day 17 is a total nothing burger, but now that I've spoke about my second favourite kids movie, this guy is straight up Spike, like 1-to-1. New dinosaur alert everyone, day 18 we get the T-Rex. This guy is just kind of a reaction check, which if you've seen me play live, you know I fail a lot. Once we're already set up, it's not a big deal. Speeding up a column of zombies is tough, but it doesn't really feel like something a T-Rex would do. I feel like it should be more disruptive or damaging. But his goofy Labrador face and wagging tail does bring the visual language around. I'm putting him just below the Stoner Pterodactyl, I like him a lot. Day 19 was a conveyor belt level, and it was so easy that I drew a penis, complete with testicle fuzz made out of spike rocks. Did you know that in 2020 an international team of paleontologists discovered giant sperm cells in a 100 million year old female ostracod that was preserved in amber? This is the oldest known sperm cells. That was a dinosaur fact and a nut fact in one. Day 20 is a sun production level, so we busted out Old Reliable. We've seen the sun nut far more than I was expecting since the Dark Ages. This level was remarkably easy. What the fuck? A new zombie? Why is there a new zombie and why is it this late into the world? I said it before that I like worlds that pace out their unique zombies, but this is too far. I was so fucking excited to see what this guy does. Why is the first and only unique zombie in this game just a brown coat but with a bit more health? I swear to God, this game is winding me up. Day 22 is a plan your defense, and as always we start off with peanut spam just to see how far our buddy's fallen. And what the fuck, we almost beat this level first try. This is the first time since maybe Pirate Seas that the peanut can almost solo one of these levels. We beat this level second try with only peanuts and a single gum nut to use plant food on. This should speak volumes about the state of this world. Day 23 is the primal potato mine level. I'm not sure if I've said this in a video yet, but my original idea for this challenge was to do potatoes only. And the main reason I switched to nuts was because I despised the buff to the levitator. Having a 1% chance to instant kill is fucking awesome, but 50% is just lame. If I did do potatoes only, this level would have been a tremendous milestone. Day 24, lots of zombies and dinosaurs and stuff. The dinosaurs kind of pushed the zombies around, it was a riot, very memorable. Day 25 is the introduction to the last dinosaur in this world, the Ankylosaurus. This bloke is very special to me because these were my favourite dinosaurs growing up. I remember seeing one fuck up a T-Rex in Walking with Dinosaurs and I thought they were so metal. Nowadays I'm not really sure what my favourite dinosaur is. I've seen this picture of a dinosaur before, but I refuse to believe it's real. But if this majestic creature did ever roam this earth, then he is without a doubt my favourite dinosaur. Anyway, the Ankylosaurus is really unique because he actually shoves the zombies forwards, which is the variety this world was really lacking. To be fair, he does shove much harder, even knocking plants away, but it's a little too late at this point to really matter. He's going just in front of the T-Rex, finishing off our tier list, but that's 90% because of childhood bias. Day 26 is a mold level, which we've not seen in ages. The issue of the dinosaurs is that you can kind of counter them all by just sticking to the first two rows, so the mold colonies do kind of make it harder here, and in a sense that's kind of cool because this was always the most nothing challenge in the game. Day 27, plan your defense. I started as always by spamming peanuts, and I think the best way to sum up this entire world is to just show you my live reaction to the final and only wave of this level.
Wait, that's the final wave! I've not even used plant food yet! That was just all peanuts, no plant food. What's happening? This is day 27. Day 27, only peanuts, no plant food. What?
Day 28, I listened to Neko Ark's theme from Melty Blood. That's like the only thing of note I could draw from this level. That theme does kind of slap though. Day 29 only gives you 3 plants to use. I know the primal sunflower is supposed to be one of the best sun generators in the game, but I don't know man, I don't like using it, it just felt slow. I don't know if there's any validity to that, but that might just be my sun nut supremacy coming out. Day 30 actually took 2 attempts to beat, although that was mostly because I was fucking around with the Endurian. This thing's awful. It should just do more damage or be way tankier, it's just really sad. Day 31 we don't get to pick up plants. The only notable thing about this world is that these two dinosaurs what the fuck the shit out each other, and to be fair, that is very notable. One positive thing I can say about this world is that it has the best Zomboss. Not visually, I was very disappointed when he came out on a robotic dinosaur, that's so lame. But this level, I somehow managed to keep an entire row of Bonk Choy alive for the entire thing, and they were just rocking Zomboss' shit, it was a really fun level. This world sucked. I really don't like sounding negative in my videos, but this was by far my least favourite world yet. Every level felt the exact same and the dinosaurs just did not make up for that. This was also the quickest world by far, it only took me 4 hours to beat. The last 2 worlds for reference took 10 hours each. Oh well, onwards and upwards. The next world is probably my most anticipated world. You do not want to miss me struggling against the hardest world in the game live. Link to my Twitch in the description. Finally, thank you very much to Encore, Zeetal Filmoid, Nightmare Balloon Boy, Mr. Mutant, Augusto Varka, Slendy5k and Glitch, as well as Gavin S, who's actually the creator of one of the Bean challenges. You should go check out his videos, they're amazing. And just for future reference to my Patreons, if my dyslexic ass ever butchers your name that badly, just DM me on Patreon and I'll sort it out for the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Cheers.